Hello everyone and welcome to Lucy's Larking Adventures. So we haven't had a video for quite a while, so apologies for that. We have absolutely missed being out and hunting for treasure, but we've just been absolutely battered by really bad weather here in southwest England. You can see now the water is pretty fast and deep, so this area is much deeper than normal. And we just haven't been able to get out. We've been, obviously I had my foot injury as well, so we just haven't been able to get out for a really long time. So we're so glad to be out today on a nice sunny but a little bit cold Sunday morning, and we're not going to go into the water just because it's too deep today and probably a bit too cold, but we are on the trail of what we are led to believe is a pretty epic bottle dump, so we're hoping to have some good finds. Ryan's got his metal detector as well. So yeah, fingers crossed, hopefully we'll find some really cool stuff, and we can't wait to show you what we find. See you in a sec. Okay, so we're nearly towards the site of the bottle dump. We're just going to head off through the trees a little bit now and see what we can find. So we're excited to start looking for signs of relics, hopefully. So we'll head on through the trees and we'll bring you back when we're on the site. See you soon. Okay, so it looks like we're beginning to see signs of sort of broken things, and so I think we're kind of nearly on the way. Apologies, I'm using a different camera just because I've switched phones recently, so apologies if it's not the same. I'm not quite sure how it's going to come out, but anyway, let's have a look at this. Look, first complete bottle, which looks pretty exciting, and it's a really nice one. It's got that nice sort of swirl design along the top. See if it does say something around the bottom. Look, oh, it's Brook. It's going to be Brook and Prudentio. Yeah, look, so we found a couple of them before, quite sort of prominent company, I think. That's actually a really lovely bottle, isn't it? I wonder if it would have had a label here, but yeah, it would have had a nice stopper in the top. Look, it's quite sort of ornamental, isn't it? So yeah, super pleased with that for our first bottle find. Hopefully a sign of things to come. On to the next thing. So I'm just sort of skimming the surface today. Those of you that have seen my videos before, you'll know that I'm not a bottle digger. There are definite pros at that who I love to watch, but we don't tend to sort of dig the big holes. I just really sort of skim the surface and see what treasures are waiting to be found. But here along this lovely bank, look, Ryan's going to venture up there with his metal detector. I'm not going to be brave enough to follow him. I'm still a bit unstable on the foot that was broken. So Ryan's going to head off now. There he goes, on his way, and we'll see what he can find as well. So it's always exciting when he goes a slightly different way, because you never know what he's going to come back with. So fingers crossed for some treasures. So it's absolutely stunning here, and hopefully you can hear the birds singing. It's very peaceful and lovely. I've just found this, look, pretty impressive old cricket ball. So yeah, it's quite an unusual thing to happen across. I can't imagine them, I'm sure someone was playing cricket at some point in one of the fields sort of nearby, and it's just got lost. And over here I can also see, just in front of this old tree stump, a bottle. So let me get into it. Let's have a look at it. It looks like a milk. It's full of some funky stuff. Look at that. What does it say there? Oh, it's Co-op. So that's pretty cool. So those of you that are not in Britain, the Co-op is like the cooperative society. Is like a pretty old like local convenience store. And yeah, so they're pretty big, and that looks like quite an old Co-op milk bottle. So yeah, that's pretty neat to get rid of some of that funky stuff inside. But yeah, we've got quite a good collection of milk bottles actually. Ryan likes to find a milk, so that's really cool. That's one to keep, I think. So I've just been having a bit of a route round in this suspicious looking patch, which looks quite sort of bottle dumpy, if I may use that phrase. And so just to let you know that I have been wearing gloves, but obviously I just take them off when I film. I know some of you worry about my hands, but I do wear them. And look, I've just spotted this, which I've just sort of kicked up almost by accident, and it looks pretty cool. So it is metal, I think. It's always nice if I'm able to find sort of metal find as well while Ryan's off detecting. Look at that, that's really lovely. It's very ornamental, isn't it? I wonder what it would have belonged to. Let me know, you guys, if you've got any ideas. It almost looks like it could be from like a fireplace or something. I don't know. Isn't that lovely? So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. It's quite light. But yeah, what a lovely thing to find. It's got that lovely sort of greeny colour as well, which is always a pleasure, isn't it? So yeah, we'll give it a bit of a clean off, but not too much. And yeah, I think I might take that home. So I'm going to keep digging around in these weeds and just see if I can unearth anything else. And I'll bring you back soon. This looks pretty exciting here. So this is a sort of side of a dump area, and you can just sort of see, climb up a little bit, there's sort of bits sticking out of the side and stuff. So I'm going to have a little dig around. You can see obviously it's that time of year when there are just tons of leaves over everything, so it's pretty difficult, but you know, I don't mind spending some time having a little dig through and seeing what I can find. But just starting off at the bottom, hoping that some things have fallen out. I can see a couple of things already. Yeah, wow, look at that. I didn't quite expect that, you know. Gosh, isn't that unusual? I wonder what that is. That's actually quite a heavy sort of metal. And it's just got these like lovely sort of scalloped edges. It almost looks like sort of off of a set of scales or something, although I can't quite work out what that middle bit is. Gosh, I don't know, what a mystery item. You guys let me know if you think you can identify it. It's pretty neat, isn't it? Yeah, I can only see that top bit, so I wasn't quite expecting to pull all of that out. Oh, there it goes. That's cool. And then there's a couple of other things that I just spotted as well, so... Oh, look. Wow, that's very fun. God, that looks like it's got some age to it, doesn't it? But that could tell some stories, couldn't it? I wonder where that came from. Yeah, that's always a good find, isn't it? I like to find things like that. This looks like a bit of an old plug, look. It's got a patent number on it. Nettle, 5 amp apparently, made in England. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? It's a bit of fun. What else is there? I don't know, but I might stay a bit longer and just have a little scooch around, see if I can pull anything out of this bank. And I'll bring you back and let you know. But look, this is my view. So isn't that stunning? So it's a shame, a little bit of a shame not to be in the water, but it's just really lovely to be out looking for treasures and finding some as well. So I hope you're enjoying it too, and I'll bring you back soon. So I've just pulled this out of the undergrowth. I'm still under my bridge, and look at it. It's like the remains of an old leather belt. But look, the belt buckle. It's got Levi's on it. So I mean, it looks pretty vintage. And I'm quite pleased with it, you know. It's quite cool to find that. Let's get it to focus a little bit if I can for you guys. Yeah, look. Isn't that neat? So, I mean, it's just half a belt, not even half. But I really like that old belt buckle, so that's a keeper for me. What do you think? Okay, here we go. So I'm heading off in that direction. But Ryan has just come and showed me something that he's found that he's pretty excited about. He's had a couple of finds, but nothing sort of really significant yet, except for this. So let me show you what he's just found, which we absolutely love. Can you see? It's do you know, I don't know what it is actually, but it says Joan the Wad, W-A-D. Don't know if I've pronounced that properly. And it's like a little symbol of something. Look, a little face there. And that's like the legs. And it's got this sort of hook on it. So it's some sort of almost like a pendant or something. And it looks like, I mean, I don't know, I'm sure we can probably Google it, and so once I get a bit of an update, I'll let you know what I can find out about it. But isn't that just so unusual? It looks like some sort of talisman or something, doesn't it? Like almost like religious or something. So yeah, very excited about Joan. And yeah, let's see what we can find out about her. Okay, so on I go. Look at the colours of the leaves, aren't they just beautiful? Very autumnal. So I'm just walking through this nettle bit, so I'll sort of dig the leaves a little bit as I go, but you know, where do you start, I guess? So I'm just going to head over a bit further along this way and then have a bit of a dig round. But isn't it just so unusual, isn't it? Oh, let's go this way. How you can, like that Joan sort of thing that Ryan just found, it just like makes you think, doesn't it, like someone wore that or carried it with them, and like there's just so much like social history. It's just a story, isn't it? Everything's got a story, and I love that. So that's why I'm really super glad to be back finding some treasures and sharing them with you guys. And we haven't forgotten, we have got our competition from a previous video, so hopefully loads of you have commented, and we've got a lovely sort of set of prizes to give away, so we will do that at the end of this video, and we'll pick a winner and then we'll get that on the way. And our Patreons as well, thank you. I think I've got the addresses for most of you. If you haven't sent me your address already, send me a quick Patreon message, because we've got some little gifts for you as well, just to say thanks so much for all of your support. So yeah, we're looking forward to sending those out to you guys as well. So I'm going to head over these little, you can see it's getting a bit grassy here. But I'm going to head on a little bit further into the woods, into this. Look at it, sun's shining, birds are singing. What a lovely way to spend a day. Okay, so let me just give you a bit of an update, because I've trundled on quite a lot further, and you can see down there the water. So we have actually done a couple of videos in that water, and we found some pretty neat stuff here. So it's one of my favourite places to come and lark. And so we're on the trail of what would be the source of that, hopefully, because yeah, we found some fun bottles and things. You can just see a sort of a bit of a road over there, but obviously the water's just really too high at the minute to be in the water, and we're hoping that this is going to take us to the source of some of that stuff. So it is pretty leafy, so it's a bit tricky just to do like the surface skimming stuff. So I'm gonna have like a dig around in this sort of stuff. Like I'm you know, I quite like getting stuck in and seeing what I can find, having a little kick around. And look, I've just spotted this, which is not a treasure as such, but isn't it just unusual? It's like a, I don't know, it's a remnant of something, look, with these little pebbles stuck in it and gaps where more would have been. So I wonder what that used to belong to and where it came from and how it ended up here. So off I go. I'm going to go and trundle through right along the top of the bank, obviously being careful not to slip down. I have been known to take a couple of tumbles on my larking adventures, but yeah, I'll go and have a dig round and I'll catch you up. See you soon. So we're definitely on the trail of some exciting stuff. Look, you can see sort of remnants like this all around the place. Bit of bottle top. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, look, an old bit of pottery. What does he say underneath? Made in England. And I just found this as well, which is pretty fun. Look, it's an old bottle cap, and it actually says underneath all of this muck, which I think I'm just making worse. It's a Heinz bottle top. It says Heinz 57 varieties, look. So that's pretty fun, isn't it? I do like my old branded stuff. So it's quite fun just having a little dig around. Look, oh, look, a nice bit of green plate, which is always good fun. And there are signs of other bottle diggers having been here and dug some holes. So I'm not one to go digging in other people's holes, so I won't do that. But I do need to be very careful not to fall down them. So yeah, I'm taking it a bit steady. But I'll bring you back and let you know if I can find anything exciting. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, bigger than I thought. Oh, just plain, which is a shame. As well, is that broken? Yeah, that's a shame. That looks like a Heinz bottle actually, or the remains of one. So maybe it came with the lid, who knows, who knows. Yeah, so I'm having great fun digging around in the mud. Best way to spend the day. And on our go, I'll keep looking for some complete stuff and keep you posted. Yeah, look, there's loads of stuff here, so it's going to keep me busy for a little while. I'll bring you back soon and let you know what I find. Okay, so I've just had a bit of a scramble up a bank because I spotted this bit of a spoon, look, and I'm determined to get it out and see if it's anything interesting. I don't think I've ever found a spoon before. So yeah, I'll start. Is that anything before I start? No, it's just a bit of rock. Okay, so let's pull it out and see what we can. Oh, we can see. There it goes. Oh yeah, there's a complete spoon. So that's pretty neat, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that. What a lovely find. So I am on a bit of a steep bank, so apologies, my camera angle's not that great. Oh, it has got some writing on it as well, look. What does it say? Oh, not that way. It says, let me get it in focus for you guys. Children's Ward, BGHNN. Oh my goodness. What do we think? Some sort of like medicine spoon or something? I wonder what BGH is. It must be like some sort of hospital, surely, if it's the children's ward. So yeah, let's see what we can find out about that, because that's pretty neat, isn't it? Look at that. How exciting. Yeah, so I'm glad I made the scramble up here now. I wonder if there's anything else while I'm up here. A few bits of broken glass and pottery that I can see. But yeah, I'll keep going. And yeah, I'm really glad about that. Look at that. That's lovely, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to catch you up quickly because I've got a little roundup of things that I've unearthed on my travels. So let me share them with you. So this is a lovely little brown glass bottle. Look at that top. It's lovely, isn't it? And I really love the shape of these bottles. So it would have had a label on it at some point, I'm sure. But isn't that just beautiful? So that's going to get cleaned up and go in the cabinet. Quite a lot of brown glass actually. This one's also brown. Look at that. Some sort of old medicine bottle, I'd say. Has it got anything on the bottom? Just some numbers. No way to identify what was in it. And then another brown glass. This one's a screw top, but again that lovely shape, look, with the ridges at the bottom. Quite an unusual shape, that one actually. So that's pretty fun. Another small one, but screw top and a sort of plain glass. Some sort of tablet bottle or something, I'd say. And then this is lovely, look, a little dumpy bottle, that nice design around the outside. So yeah, that's pretty fun too, isn't it? So yeah, a little collection of bottles there, which is fun to find. So I've enjoyed digging these up. A few bits of pottery as well, but nothing nothing sort of really to show you yet, but I'll keep my eyes peeled, of course, and let's see what else we can find. Okay, so it's time for Ryan's Roundup. I kind of feel like that should have its own feature in Lucy's Larking Adventures videos, but he's got some pretty neat stuff. So let's have a look at what he's found. Oh look, The lid of an old tin, look, Horlicks tablets. 9D. I didn't even know you could get Horlicks in tablets, so... Oh, that's really lovely. You do like an old tin on Lucy's Larking Adventures.
Gas.
Oh yeah. That's unusual, isn't it? What's it from? Gas?
Yeah, I think it's like gas fitting.
Gas fitting or something? Yeah, that's fun. Nice little lever on top. Yeah. Oh, this is fun.
Strange.
This is quite strange. Look at that face. Little Scotty dog. Or a Westie. I'm not very good at my dog breed, so apologies. In a triangle. It is like a symbol, isn't it? Oh look, you can see how it's hung in there as well. Yes. And it would have like hooked onto something.
It's like brass or something.
Yeah.
Copper.
Look, you can almost see the remains of like he would have had a little black nose. That's really sweet actually, isn't it?
Cool.
Yeah. And then what else? Oh, look at this. This is fun. What is that from, I wonder? This is, can you just see around the... Let's just get it in focus for you and then you'll be able to see it. It's got Coca-Cola around the outside and it's like solid metal. Doesn't seem to have any like hanging to make it like a pendant or anything. What would it have been like?
I don't know if it would have snapped off.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe it was on like a key ring or something. But yeah, that's got to have some age to it.
My auntie had one that was silver that had like... It was a necklace thing.
A necklace?
That's quite heavy.
Yeah, it is quite heavy. How bizarre, but it has got like Coca-Cola around it. So it is like the properly branded... That's really fun, isn't it? Definite keeper there. So yeah, that was Ryan's roundup so far. He's going back with his detector and I'm going to head off along the bank and see what other treasures I can find. Bring you back. So another quick update from Ryan. Look, he's found this Ely London sort of shotgun cartridge cap, I think. And he does find quite a lot of these, but they tend to be like a lot smaller than this. This is like huge compared. So I'm not sure why it is so big. What does that mean? What would it have been? How old is it? So if you guys can shed any light on that, then let us know. But yeah, it's definitely a lot bigger than the ones we normally would come across.
It's almost like 4 times the size.
Yeah, about 4 times the size or so. We'll do a little comparison when we get home. So yeah, that's fun. And then just by my feet, look at this. This is like a definite heartbreaker of the day, don't you think? This would have just been a lovely old bottle, wouldn't it? Maybe like a perfume bottle or some sort of cosmetic bottle, I'd say. Look at that design around the bottom. So yeah, unfortunately not much left of it, which is a real shame. But there we go. Onwards to the next thing. So just a few steps back from my lovely spoon that I've just uncovered. Look at this lovely little thing that I've pulled out. It looks a bit weathered and battered now, but it's actually, I've just been giving it a bit of a rub to see what the pattern is. And it's actually like cricket bats here. These are like wickets. Look, cricket balls here. And it says our game. And it's quite like ornate, isn't it really? But it's quite thin metal, look. And it's got these, well, one of these clasps left on one side. So I wonder what it would have belonged to. Is it like some sort of belt, sort of buckle, or, you know, maybe from a trophy or something? I don't know. But that's quite fun, isn't it, for the little cricket fans amongst us, to go with my lovely cricket ball that I found a couple of hours ago. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Some interesting things to pull out of the undergrowth today. So nothing much to report for the last few minutes, but I'll just bring you back for some pieces of pottery, because we always love to find those on Lucy's Larking Adventures. Look at that lovely piece of blue and white, the remains of what would have been a lovely platter, I'm sure. And the colour is just lovely. Look, you can still see the birds. Oh, is that birds? Yeah, I think it is, you know, or a bit of tree maybe. Yeah, so that's always lovely to find. And then the remains of an old marmalade jar, and I absolutely love to find complete ones of these. I think we've only found like 1 or 2 in our time. We've got one in our cabinet, but there's just the remains of this one, look. So there was one here once. And over there I can just see a bottle which looks pretty complete, so I'm going to head over and grab it and I will bring you back. Let's have a look and see what it's like. Here it is. So I made it across, and it's the sort of bottle that a proper bottle digger would just fling away, not interested. But I really like these. I mean, I am quite fond of everything I find. I know it's a weakness of mine, but it's just like a square, probably a sauce bottle, but it's got the lovely open neck look, so it would have had a nice bottle stopper in it and cleaned up. These just look great. They look great around the house. So even though it's not a keeper for most people, it's a definite keeper for me. And then let me just do the final Ryan's roundup, because he's back with me now, but he's got some fun stuff that he's brought back. So let's have a look what he's brought. He's got this, look, silver cross. It looks like it would have been on like the wheel of a silver cross pram. So yeah, silver cross, I think still make prams actually to this, like babies sort of buggies to this day, but this looks like it would have come off of one of those old magnificent ones, maybe on the, you know, as a sort of wheel hub or something. So that's pretty fun, isn't it? I just love to think of, like, you know, a lovely like a family, or like the nanny taking the baby for a walk on the magnificent old pram in the good old days, and just losing that on their way. Look at this, this is fun as well. This has got the letter J on it, a very ornate J, look. So I wonder what that would have belonged to. That's quite a fun thing to dig up, isn't it? I think you had to dig quite deep for that one. The remains of like a, looks like a bit of a tin, doesn't it? I did think it was a shotgun cartridge, but it looks like some sort of tin. It's good. This is quite heavy. This is a shotgun cartridge, right, now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big and heavy.
It is big and heavy. And crushed. And then, what's this?
It's out of a toy captain.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, look. It's out of a toy gun. That's fun, isn't it? I would never have recognised that, you know. So yeah, good roundup from Ryan as well. So we're starting to head back now, but of course we'll lark as we go.
We'll be back.
Bit of pottery.
Everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah, there is just loads of stuff here. It's hard to get to some of it under the leaves and the undergrowth. But yeah, bits of broken bottle and stuff, and just signs everywhere really of more to find. So definite place to come back to.
Come out and have a proper dig.
Yeah, we'll come out and dig a hole, definitely. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed our finds as much as we've enjoyed finding them, and as we head back on our way out, we'll let you know if we find anything else. But we've been sort of walking through these woods for a good couple of hours now, so it's been absolutely lovely to be back out finding treasures and sharing them with you guys, and we'll do a roundup when we get home. So we have, of course, got a couple of things, additional finds on the way out to show you. Ryan found these in his detector. And so let's start with this one, because this is actually quite a heavy piece of metal. And it looks like some sort of like game piece, almost like a chess piece or something, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm pretty intrigued by that. I can't see any writing or anything on it.
So that, I thought it was for a candle.
Oh yeah, it
Maybe.
could be. Yeah, it could be. I don't know, what do you guys think? And then look at this lovely little... this jewel, if you like. So it looks like a sort of silver around the outside, and I don't know what's in the middle. I wouldn't say it was sort of particularly precious, but isn't it just adorable? A lovely thing to find in the woods. So yeah, that's a nice way to end the adventure, isn't it? See you soon. Hi everybody, so we are back at home, and here's a little collection of things that we've brought home with us. So let's just quickly run through them. I think you've seen most of them. So the nice Levi's belt buckle there, bit vintage. This lovely little this little dog sign of some sort. That's really cute, that, isn't it? The little Coke bottle, which I love. I've never seen one like it, so that's adorable. And this you saw, which is some sort of like gas fitting or something. This that I thought was a bit of like a chess piece or something like that, but metal and quite heavy. So quite unusual, I think. With silver cross little sign. The Horlicks tablets lid, of course. I forgot to show you this one when Ryan found it, but some sort of I don't know, is it from a belt or a gate or some sort of latch, isn't it, I think. My lovely cricket hour game, this way, find with the cricket ball next to it, look. So we didn't find them together, but close enough. Oh, there it rolls off. A couple of other bits and bobs there that you saw when we were out. I forgot to show you this one, I think. This is another lid. Farmer's Wife Double Devon Cream, look, from Cow and Gate. So that's fun. Do love a lid. Joan the Wad, who you've seen a little bit about. This nice little pendant. And my Heinz lid there. And my lovely spoon. Just get you to focus, that would be lovely. There you go, look, Children's Ward, NN. some sort of nurse's spoon, and then a few bottles, some bigger ones. This one's probably my favourite bottle find, I think, of the day. This unusual piece, which I just love, and I feel like it needs to be part of something new, doesn't it? It's quite arty, that. So this I've brought because I'm really just not sure about what it is. So I've brought it home just in case any of you guys can help us identify it. Another bottle there, and then of course this. So all in all, a pretty successful day's larking. I really hope that you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We can't sort of guarantee how regularly we're going to be out at the moment. It's that time of year when it's really difficult with weather and water levels and leaves and all of that stuff. But as and when we can, we will of course take you with us. So we're going to go and finalise our little competition now. So stay tuned. Hello everyone, I'm Lucy from Lucy's Larking Adventures. We've not met properly before, so just wanted to say hi and say thank you so much to all of you for all of your support. It really does mean a lot that you like my videos as much as I enjoy making them, and that you leave such lovely comments and help us to identify the things that we find. So just wanted to say hello and thank you. And we are about to find out the winner of our competition to win a little set of goodies of things that we found over the last year or so, which will be on its way to the winner in the next couple of weeks. So without further ado, let's have a look at the lucky winner.